Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone who's watching this video. Welcome to my channel. I'm Malvika and today I'm here to take you on a tattoo tour and tell you all about my tattoos. How many tattoos do I have? What are these tattoos? Where did I get them from? And why did I choose these tattoos? I have always been fascinated by smaller minimalistic tattoos. So what you will see today are tiny tattoos spread across my body. Every tattoo has an interesting story to it or an interesting place I got it done from. Now people often ask me, why do I get tattoos? What does it mean to me? To answer all of them and to share it with you guys, I get tattoos because I really like getting them. I have been an impulsive individual most of my life, which means I do things without thinking too much. And I don't regret it after. You'll be surprised, but I believe in detachment. The more you're attached to something, the more you suffer. I believe in being detached to things and experiences, live them in the moment as they are, accept them and move forward. The reason I shared this is because majority of the people I meet worry about what if I don't end up liking the permanent tattoo later on in life. To me, there is no later, it's only now. Also, you cannot really change your hand or your body part if you don't like it. You accept it as it is, right? Why can't a tattoo be the same? Just do it if you really want it and forget about it. Okay, too much philosophy here. Let's get into my very first tattoo, or maybe my last instead. I will start with my latest and go back to my first, and then maybe I will also tell you what is the next tattoo that I'm looking forward to have. In fact, there are two. So, the last tattoo I got was in Vietnam. I believe it was in the town of Hoi An. Now, this is not a big city at all, but a very small town, and therefore was an impulse decision. I shared this tattoo with my dear cousin Tanvi. This was her first international trip and would also be her first tattoo. Halfway through the trip, one morning, Tanvi started showing me random designs, and within like 15 minutes, we were clear on getting tiny martinis tattooed on the back of our feet. Okay, let me try to show it to you. Can you see it? Can you see it? Yeah, there, right there. So, why martini? We had the same question. Well, so to be honest, we've shared a lot of drinks in our life, have gotten drunk as young adults, and for no other good reason really. That evening, we ended up having a drink at one of the bars in the old quarter of Hoi An. We had walked miles and miles, tired, exhausted, no cab to take us home because of the heavy downpour. We decided to walk it all the way back to our hostel, stopped to have some food in the restaurant, got out, and right in front of us was a big tattoo sign in red. Tanvi got all pumped up and went straight inside the studio, acting drunk, while negotiating the price like an Indian. And there, we got our martinis with olives in them. This was in the August of 2019. Let's rewind back to April 2019, where I tattooed the miniature version of the Caucasus Mountains, which you guys can already spot maybe while I'm talking to you. Like the Himalayas, Caucasus is a mountain range at the intersection of Europe and Asia. These mountains span across the countries of Azerbaijan, Georgia, and Armenia, also Russia. So this tattoo idea struck me while I was traveling from Azerbaijan to Georgia by land. There was a 1-hour stretch just after the border crossing where I was able to see the magnificence of the snow-capped Caucasus Mountains. It wasn't snowing, nor was it cold, but you could still see the snowy mountain peaks from far away, and it was magical. So the last day of my stay in Tbilisi, the capital of Georgia, I found a good tattoo place and got myself tattooed, and this is how it looks again. I've received many compliments on this one, and I really love it. Coming to the third tattoo, in September 2018, I was visiting Turkey. Turkey. Just the name makes me want to fly back right now. So, it was on this trip that I had decided to get a tattoo in every country I visited thereafter. Something that is symbolic of that place. Just like a tattoo collection of my travels. Of course, this didn't happen because that would mean having dozens of more tattoos. And I don't want my parents to disown me just because of the number of tattoos I have. So, well, in any case, I got tattooed myself on 3 trips, and I think it is good enough. I'm happy. For me, Turkey was symbolic of Sufism, of Maulana. Most of you know Maulana as Rumi, the mystic. This tattoo of a Sufi is by far my favorite amongst all I have, and it's also the biggest. It's placed on my right arm and looks something like this. cannot till the arm any further, sorry. Found a brilliant tattoo parlor in Istanbul. I highly recommend it. It's called Grimm's Tattoo. Comment below or email me if you want more details. I'll be happy to help. Moving forward, I shall talk about two tattoos because I got them together. This is another interesting story. Yes, impulsive, but I would say this was a collective impulse. Believe it or not, we were about 7 to 8 of us who flocked to the parlor together to get tattoos. It was the summer of 2015. I was fortunate to have an opportunity to study at one of the finest communication schools in India, MICA in Ahmedabad. It was a residential course, and I remember a bunch of us randomly decided to get tattoos with no designs in mind, absolutely. We just went, brainstormed in the Uber, you could say. Also, we got a huge group discount. Well, that's why I ended up getting 2 tattoos, I guess. So, one is an airplane just below my left thumb. My thumb looks like the runway, so my plane can take off. Yeah, and the second one is also travel related, which I copied from one of the Pinterest posts. It's Wanderlust on my right foot. Okay, this would require me to show you some of my yoga skills. Let me try. Can you see it? Can you see it over here? Yes. This was my absolute favorite until it started fading off. Now it is as good as invisible. I wonder why it happened. But anyway, like I said, no regrets. Coming to my sixth tattoo, which was the first tattoo I got myself. This was when I was only 17 or 18, I guess, somewhere in 2010 maybe. Young and confused, had just moved to a big city from a smaller city, different culture. I wanted to taste everything. I had so many ear piercings, color my hair and whatnot. I was also not in a very good phase in life, so I decided to tattoo myself with the word strength. But the catch is, it's in Hebrew. I don't know why, it just is on the back of my neck hidden. Even I can't see it. I haven't seen it in like the past 10 years, like maybe 5 times. My parents didn't know about this tattoo. Until the 6th month, they were made to believe that it was temporary. But they knew me too well. They figured it out and flipped real bad. But the tattoo was there to stay. It wasn't going anywhere, so they eventually made peace with it. So, guys, this was the tattoo tour. Do let me know which one is your favorite amongst the 6 that I have. I will tell you what I have in mind for the next one. So recently I found myself inclined towards personal and spiritual development for some reason, and I'm absolutely loving it. Apart from practicing yoga and meditation, I do a lot of breath work. I've come to realize the importance that breath holds in one's life. Of course, without breath, there is no life, but there is so much more to it than that. Like in a challenging situation, one breath is all you need to become calm, more present, to respond instead of react, and create a new and better result or reality. And therefore, I have decided to get a tattoo which reads breathe, B-R-E-A-T-H-E, most probably on my left arm here. It will be a reminder to myself to breathe consciously more often and feel grateful for life. So that's my next tattoo. Do you like the idea? Do let me know in the comments what kind of tattoos you like. I would love to hear from you guys, or tell me a story about your favorite tattoo. That would be wonderful too. And well, hope you had fun watching this video. Thank you for staying till the end. Goodbye and have a magical day. Stay beautiful, guys.